speaking of Donald Trump, he didn't just go on trial in a New York court this week. He actually went to trial in person. Didn't have to be there. Case was largely decided by the judge already. The main question remaining, what will Trump's punishment be for misrepresenting his net worth by billions of dollars? But his presence in court speaks to just how important he apparently considers this case and how he's basically treating it like a campaign stop, even fundraising off it. For 3 days, every network lined up outside the courtroom waiting for Trump to take jabs at just about everyone from the clerk to the judge to New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Her numbers are fraudulent. She's a fraud. Her numbers are fraudulent, and this case should be dismissed.
It appears that Trump thinks this civil trial is great for him politically. Lauren, do you think it's good for him?
Absolutely.
Really?
I think this is, I mean, I hate to use the term witch hunt because it's so overused and it's such a cliche, but Tish James initially ran her campaign on taking down Donald Trump. This is so
But you can both believe, as I do, that Letitia James is the worst person to bring a case like this because for some of the reasons that you've laid out. And you can believe, if you read the indictment, that it's actually really bad for Donald Trump.
It is. I mean, I believe that he already beat 80% of these charges because of the statute of limitations. So I don't really know how this is going to go. Truly, I don't know. All I know is, you know, there's a gag order on him, and then this video, I don't know if you guys saw it, it's surfacing of Letitia James and maybe a constituent or a fan. I mean, to me, it looks like they just had a couple bottles of buttery Chardonnay or something.
Oh, is this from during the campaign?
Yeah, and
well,
she's...
that's an old one.
Yeah, but it's still surfacing, and she's like, are you going to sue Donald Trump? And she's like, oh, I'm going to sue Donald Trump.
Look, it's true that she did herself no favor.
I'm sorry, you're that legal expert. I obviously always defer to you.
Yeah.
Whose job is it, whose jurisdiction is it when a real estate developer commits the types of crimes to hold them responsible? Whose job?
And so,
who's supposed to do that?
So, well, it's a
the
tough
Attorney
call.
General of New York?
It depends. It could be the DA. It could be the Attorney General. There are different potential venues.
You said she's the worst person.
Right. Here's why.
Who's the best person?
Here's why. She's the worst. No, I don't mean the position. I mean the worst person to have in that role because she gave Donald Trump enormous ammunition by campaigning in part on bringing down
like he
Donald
needs
Trump.
any ammunition, Dan, come on.
And his supporters. I think it does matter. Look, I take those positions seriously. People like me who have expectations of prosecutors, et cetera, when a prosecutor campaigns on the idea, and I have similar criticism, by the way, in Fulton County, Georgia, of Fani Willis, of some of the way that she's handled that case. But that doesn't mean that I can't still read the indictment.
Okay, but politics aside, it's the Attorney General of New York's job to take real estate developers to indict them when they commit crimes.
Well, this isn't an indictment.
Why now, though? Why now? This is very old.
Well, because
Why now?
Michael Cohen admitted all of these crimes, and if she didn't do that, then all of us would be screaming, well, that's not justice. But your question was, if we want to get back to it, it's your show, but your question was, does this help or hurt Trump?
Yeah.
Do you want to go for it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely, but let me point out, the new
I talked a lot, so.
What do you know? Do you think it helped or hurt?
No, of course it hurts him.
You do, politically.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think there's a vote. I don't think there's a voter in America that says, you know what, I didn't like Donald Trump, but now that he's been indicted for all these crimes, now I'm supporting him. That person doesn't exist.
I think he's so concerned about this because this goes to, you know, the Trump thing, right?
He's going to lose all his money.
Well, it shows, if it's true, that he's actually not nearly the businessman that he claimed to be. And I think that's a political fear that he has.
But it's pointing out the corruption that exists within our Department of Justice between her and her political alliances running to get Trump out. Now you've got this new cast of characters that
she has nothing to do with the Department of Justice.
But,
they had nothing to do with
in the justice system. But now you've got this judge that smiles like the Cheshire cat, whose teeth are as yellow as the moon.
That was funny, though.
And he is smiling, and he has been a longtime Democratic donor. If they wanted to have this fair, and you wanted to, like you said, take out all sort of criticism that could come from Trump supporters, then you should have found a Republican judge to have this.
You don't get to pick. You don't get to pick.
And the way that he's celebrating it, the way that he's acting. And by the way, there were cameras in the courtroom.
Listen,
why didn't he? How was there cameras in the courtroom?
Look,
why?
First of all, he could have asked for a jury. Whether he would have gotten it or not, depending on it's a separate debate. He didn't ask.
It's in New York City. Let me tell you how this jury
wanted to attack.
Right. That's
no, well,
yes,
because the jury would not have been fair to him either in this. It's not like you're in Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee, or
not
Oklahoma.
everything is based on politics.
But
It's not.
in this case.
It's
No,
not.
it's
not.
not.
They
It's-
never
Are you
prosecuted
serious
Donald
Yes,
right
Trump.
I'm
now?
totally
Are you
serious.
serious? I'm sorry.
that the number
They're
of-
coming after him so he does not run in 2024.
so
that is
no,
And all of these crimes happened before he ran
listen,
for
He's a
president.
criminal.
Hang
He
on.
committed crimes. You go after
Hang-
criminals.
hang
When
on.
you commit crimes,
Hang
you
on
go.
one
It's
second.
not.
You just
that's what
said
you do.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.